Greetings, audience, and welcome to. We didn't actually talk about what we're going to call this, but welcome to D&D.
Woo, D&D!
The Misfit D&D, yeah. And if I sound a little weird, I apologize. I won't sound like this forever. I'm a little sick right now, so just have to work with me. I will work out a voice for my character, but for right now, this is unfortunately how I'm going to sound, so I apologize.
I'm loving it.
I think it sounds pretty feminine.
Shut up.
Indeed. I like it. Maybe,
Okay,
maybe,
so
maybe
we have
this is
with
how
us-
she sounds because she's on a boat.
Okay, we have with us Zorn, Teapot, Crash, and Burnt. And of course, me, your lovely Dungeonatrix Phoenix.
Dungeonatrix.
Well done.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Oh,
what's gonna
Jesus.
happen.
But yeah,
Sexy.
so basically we just decided to do it since everyone else is doing D&D. You know what? Let's throw our hats in the ring, and that way we replace the podcast, but we get to do something fun and something new for a lot of us. So,
I am fully
Fen, take
unprepared.
her away.
Fen, I
I
will
completely-
say that I neglected to buy anything leather, so that will probably not do well for the Dungeonatrix theme. I apologize.
How dare you? Get on your knees and grovel before me. And maybe I won't drop rocks in your head.
Let's get this party started.
Okay.
Yes.
Welcome to the world of Cothoria, a world rimmed by grand mountains and surrounded by an infinite black void. Within its great freshwater oceans are many lands, home to kingdoms, and what little survived a mostly forgotten age. During this forgotten age, the gods abandoned the world. The power of miracles waned, and the darkness encroached and devoured all around. But then came a light, pure and golden, to raise the lands above the darkness. Solace, the god of the sun, and all that is just and pure, brought light back into the world once more. Throughout the millennium of recorded history following that forgotten age, his followers had spread his light to the furthest reaches of Cothoria, toppling the false gods and those who abandoned their people, bringing miracles and faith back into their hearts. Truly, a golden age came to the world, as the children of Solace spread their light and faith to all. But with every golden age of light comes an age of darkness. The fear of the waning light has returned to the people as beasts, heathens, and heretics, from within and without, seem only to become more powerful and plentiful as the world grows older. The church continues to fight to keep the light in the hearts of the people, even in these times of growing darkness. Now more than ever, the people need the light of Solace to guide them, as the day does turn to dark. But even the light of the church now crashes against the forces of darkness that grows within its own lands. And it is these lands that a group of travelers come, each seeking their own goal, each soon to find themselves perhaps linked to one another in their quests. Will they become heroes to the people and guide them from the darkness? Or will the evils of the world merely crush them, like so many others? Only time will tell. Let us join a boat floating in the great ocean, traveling westward.
What an
This
introduction.
boat is a grand old vessel, a bit on the beat up side from his many years of service. Quite large, can hold about 200 passengers, if not more.
Mm-hmm.
And we travel to the country of Solidus, the holy land for the religion of Solace. Specifically, to the province of Ascensiad. Upon this boat are four people, four heroes, if you will, if you can call some of them heroes. Or maybe they will be heroes, we never know, we'll find out. Hint,
They
hint,
might be
maybe
the
they
villains
won't.
of the story.
It could be. Upon this, and so let us join these four, and go ahead. What are you doing right now? You're all on the boat. Where on the boat? What were you doing? Let's talk.
Who wants to go first? I guess that's
I'll
me.
Go first.
Oh,
If
wait,
want
you
any
called it. You
information
called
on
it.
the
Go
boat, I
burnt.
can give it to you.
You called it burnt. You go.
All right. So, me being the scoundrel I am, I'd probably be somewhere up near the captain's deck, talking, swindling, trying to get my best manners, and my best side in on the captain to try and maybe get some juicy info, maybe some interesting facts. So we'll go with that. Captain.
What?
So we've been traveling for 3 days now, and
Hey.
it's been quite the 3 days. I've not met a nicer crew. We've had a beautiful, beautiful weather. Seagulls have been chirping. We've had all
When the
the-
seagulls chirp,
Yeah, they squawk, chirp, birds are
they
birds.
screech at you like the banshees of the northern reaches.
Well, yes, but you know,
I hate them
I'm-
all.
I am, I'm surprised I heard a captain say that. But yes, I regret to inform that, like, last night I found a rat in my cabin.
And
Yes, and I would like to have maybe just a slight upgrade because I paid good money for this trip and I've been nothing but kind to you. And
you paid the same
Rats.
money as everybody else.
I might have, but I've been also the most kindest, and I have definitely earned my way.
You've been bothering me all trip. And this is literally the last legs. You
I
get
don't want to wake up with a rat on my face. Can I just have a better room, please? Or someone to deal with the rat.
I can send down my deckhand to deal with the rat.
Thank you.
But you ain't getting another room. They're all pretty much the same anyway.
Alright, fine.
And from around the corner, somebody comes.
Jeez. NSFW.
I know you. What
There's
are
a
you doing here,
dragonborn.
Tassel? I told
Oh!
you. You owe me money.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Now give it to
No, I
me,
don't.
or we're going to have some problems now.
I did not owe. Since when did she get on this boat?
I paid my way like everyone else. Now give me the money, or I'm going to have some words with the captain here about throwing your scrawny ass over the boat.
At
The
this
captain
point,
just puts his hands up and takes a step back. Like, not dealing with this shit today. And he just walks. He just leaves. He doesn't
At this-
fucking
I
care.
owe you no money.
Oh, yes, you do. We had that job. I did my thing I did, and yet you ran out and not paying me.
No, the reason why you didn't get paid was because you were meant to lose that match, so we get double next time, so therefore I could pay you. The money that you decided to throw away because you won the match meant that we didn't get paid as much, so we didn't essentially get paid at all. We lost it all.
Oh, but we still got paid. No, you said we still got paid. I want my money from that,
I paid you what you earned.
which wasn't what we agreed on. Now give it to me.
Yeah, we
or we're
didn't
gonna have
agree
some
on
problems.
you. We didn't agree on you winning that match either. So,
I
Tough
don't
luck.
lose.
at this point, a dwarf in just kind of traveling clothes, about 4'9", kind of dirty blonde hair, green eyes, comes smiling, almost bounding up to his buddy Tassel that he's met on this trip that he's been talking with. Hey there, son. What seems to be going on here?
oh, thank God. So, this lovely lady here, I don't know if you guys have been acquainted, but
I'll say my character. A dragonborn of relatively well built, 6'2", 341 pounds, black as the darkest night, with green piercing eyes, stands in front of them. A sword on her hip and a shield on her back.
In this world, there is no moon, so the nights get pretty damn dark.
That's true.
Mm.
So
Well,
I take it that your appearance is rather stunning, as far as kind of it definitely is probably something that I have never bumped into. As far as I know, I've heard of Dragonborn, but Rubden has never met one. So he kind of bounces up and then turns and really realizes who and what he's looking at, and you see him kind of shake a little bit, just kind of shake his head like, what? And he goes, oh, hello. Are you a Dragonborn?
No, I'm a walking lizard. Yes, I'm a dragonborn.
A walking lizard. Is that what you like to be called?
Just give me my money, Tasso, and I'll be on my way.
I know not of your people. I don't want to offend you. I was just coming up here to talk to my friend Tassel.
You don't want to offend us, and yet I make a sarcastic comment, and you think that I am a lizard. I am of noble heritage from dragons. Can you not see my scales?
All right. No need to get your scaly bits tangled up in other scales about this situation. It's just my first time talking to a dragonborn. I just wanted to make sure.
At this point, Cavrino hawks a little loogie to the side of the ship, and you hear just the faint sizzle of something.
Interesting. Anyway, Tassel, we are going to be getting into port relatively soon, and I didn't know if you wanted any help with your bags, or if you had a place to stay. We could bunk up together once we hit the port.
I've never been to this place. I was kind of hoping that you'd sort of lead the way.
Oh, well, I've never been here either. I'm kind of, out in the world for the first time, really. So.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're both in it for the first time. In that case, we'll both look for a tavern or something that we can go.
Well, I'm not letting you out of my sight till I get that money.
Well,
money?
Looks like you're going. Look, she's a little delusional. She thinks I owe her money when she is completely wrong, and I owe her nothing. I would owe her money if she had lost that match and then kicked his ass in the second one, because it would have been like a 2-3, and then we would have got double the pay, well, triple the pay.
Rugden just kind of nods along with this conversation. You're speaking in terms that are very definite to what you two are talking about. I have no clue what this is about. I'm just kind of like, all right.
Yeah.
It's at this point you see an elf head poke around the corner and just kind of look at Cavrino and look like, Cavrino, is there a problem?
I'm sorry, Ruth. I found an old employer that I needed to take care of. He didn't pay up.
Oh,
you didn't do your job.
Tassel, you didn't tell me you were an entrepreneur. What did you make something? Or are you a tradesman of sorts?
Yes, you've seen me.
He trades in
work
deals
my
and
little
lies.
Hey, shush. All right. Look, what happened was that I set up a fight, and like an underground fight, and they were meant to fight. They were battling it out. She's a really good fighter, and she kicked his ass. But what she was meant to do was to throw the second match to make the odds go up. Therefore, we'd get triple the pay when she kicks his ass the third time.
It's at this point Ruth is going to walk around the corner, and you see this 5'6".
But she decided to kick his ass on the second time, and we lost out on money because she doesn't want to follow the rules.
This 5'6", pasty white elf with long white hair steps around the corner. Is there a problem?
I gawk at this as well a little bit more openly. I've met elves before, but especially with the kind of juxtaposition of the dark night is black dragonborn standing next to the pale white-haired, basically iridescent elf, and I'm just kind of looking back and forth and rubbing on not to the point where I'm rubbing my eyes, but I'm so far out of my element at this point.
Ruth looks down at Rugden and just kind of patronizingly smiles. Hello there. He dusts off his purple robes. Can I help you?
It seems like there's some sort of discrepancy between my friend Tassel here and I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name, ma'am.
Cavrino, but just call me Midnight. It's a little easier.
Midnight. All right. Anyway, it seems that they are trying to work out some previous goings-ons, business deals. But she seems to be kind of pushing him around, and I don't take kindly to that, especially not friends of mine.
Like she's fine. She's just a little stubborn and doesn't understand that when she doesn't follow the job description, she doesn't get paid.
I followed what I was supposed to, and that was to win the fight.
You were meant to lose the first fight, then kick his ass in the second fight.
But I did kick his ass in the second fight.
All right. Well, with all
There
this,
was no fucking second fight because you didn't.
all right. Before there's a third fight starting amongst all of us, I think we should all take a big breath and just walk away. We're about to hit port. I know we've been on this boat a long time. Tensions are high. Everybody's cramped.
Actually, you don't hit port until the next morning. It's evening now.
Says the voice of God. Shit.
There is no
The sun-
God. I
as
keep
you've
telling
been speaking,
you.
the sun has been slowly dipping away behind the distant landmass of the great rimmed mountains in the distance. Darkness is slowly falling over the world as everything lulls itself to sleep. It's basically twilight right now.
Okay.
Well, alright. So, Gavrino,
Yes.
if you want to make that money, then how about we set up another fight on the King's Deck? See how you can fare up against these sailors. If you can get a
Alright.
couple wins, you might be able to earn that
fighting on
money.
the ship.
Well,
Calls the captain from his wheelhouse slightly above one floor above you. I imagine you guys are outside on the side deck, right?
Yeah, we were.
yeah.
The captain's just as above in his little wheelhouse. He's leaning out the window, yelling down at you.
Well, when we get to shore, then, because apparently the captain doesn't like having brawl fights below deck.
I think we can find better work than fighting in there. But I'm not
mean,
letting you
I
leave my
guess-
sight. You're a slippery one.
Well, you should join us at the tavern that we're going to stay at. We haven't really nailed down plans yet, but I know that when we land, we're going to need a fresh hot meal and some place to stay until we kind of get our bearings. I know I will at least.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Where are you all headed, by the way?
I was with
Just
you,
in
Ruth.
general. Yes, when you were escorting me on this ship until I reached port. Until then, that's when the pay ran out. 'Cause that's all I had. He just kind of like makes this face of whoops.
The life of a college graduate.
Well, I think
No
it
money, no
sounds
work.
like you need it sounds like you need a bit of a payment as well. When we get into ports, as Gavrino said, we could probably find better pay, but I'm sure that she's itching for a fight.
Fan, I have a question. Did we
yes.
wind up deciding where I was heading exactly, like as far as my end goal?
Well, you go into the Holy Land. This general pilgrimage seems like good.
But is there a town or a city in general, inside of
Solidus.
Ascended?
Essensiad, there's not really any. There's actually not actually really any holy city in Essensiad. The capital city of the
Solidus.
of Solidus, which is also just called Solidus.
Solidus. New York.
Yeah.
Exactly. Is you can access it from that land. It's in a different province, though.
It's gonna take a couple days to get over there, but it's the holiest place we'll find, I'm sure.
Okay, so that's probably. So I relay that because I personally didn't know the player did not know that. So I relay that information that is my end goal is. What was the name of that city again? It was
Solidus.
Oh, it was
I'll
just
type
Same
it.
as the country. It's the country of Solidus. Well, the theocracy of Solidus, the city of Solidus, on top of Mount Solidus.
Wow.
It's very, yeah. At least there's a
Uncreative
mountain
names
there.
meant to decide.
It's consistent. I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
I mean, why name? Well, I mean, why name the city different than the mountain? The city is pretty much the mountain.
Okay. So
And at
that's-
one time, the
I
entire
say that
country was
I'm
the
headed
city.
to Solidus, city proper, to on a personal pilgrimage, but I'm kind of stopping different places along the way because I haven't seen much of the world. I've kind of stayed within my little area for most of my life, and so this is a huge undertaking for me, and I'm kind of stopping along the way to kind of take in the sights and the smells and the food, of course, and the people
Crash,
as well. So
if you look at the map of Sensiad I gave you guys,
already doing that.
you will notice the symbols that look like the 8-pointed stars.
Mm-hmm.
You find one. There's one right near Sun's Landing.
Let me see.
This to the east of Sun's Landing at the end of the
At the end of the peninsula.
At the end of the peninsula.
Oh, the
There's one there.
Colossus of Solace.
Oh, yeah.
And on the map, there are 3 of those same symbols. Those mark holy sites, a pilgrimage.
Okay, well then, yeah, I'll probably then I will probably start then with going to the Colossus of Solace then. But I could
Funny enough,
maybe I could only
that's-
pay my way to Sun's Landing as like kind of like how different airports have, you know, more traffic, and Colossus of Solace, maybe I couldn't get a ticket there, it's too expensive, so I'm gonna have to walk.
There's no port there.
Oh, there's no even better.
It's a
explanation.
cliffside.
I'll describe it when you get there, but you'll see why you can't access that from port.
So let's say that that's the first thing I'm going to be doing is probably like hitting Sun's Landing and then walking, either finding another, probably walking south and then up and around back to the northeast to go to Colossus of Solace in my first little stop.
Mm-hmm. And then
I have plans. I need to write this down.
And I'm just, going along for the ride a little. Just trying to get to
Amazing,
the
when
land.
you whipped out your map.
Yep.
I'm basically joining Rugden because I basically just needed to come to Holy Land. Me being a new person here, I'm not very fond of the religion, so I figured I may as well stick with someone that I sort of know.
And who is fond of the religion.
Yeah, someone who knows what they're doing, so therefore if I do make a mistake, he can possibly bust me out. And if he makes a mistake, well, I can talk my way out of it for him.
Interesting. I'm going for research purposes. There's some old text that I need to find, and we don't have a copy of it. And we don't know where it is, other than it's in that general direction. And he points toward the front of the ship, toward the rest of the world. It's in that general direction.
That's legit.
I'm just looking for someone that I knew a long time ago. And they're
well.
to be in here.
An old lover?
You don't know.
Well, that's why I asked. This is how people get to know each other, is they ask questions.
Fair enough, dwarf. But you don't need to know.
Oh,
I ask questions for a
That's fair.
living,
He kind of
dwarf.
raises his hands defensively. That's fair.
I think at this point we're gonna turn in, right? For the most part, and just wait till the next morning when we reach land.
Yep.
That's
what would you guys say?
fair for the most part.
Keep talking and go turn in. That's up to you. We did
if
introductions.
Oh.
Everyone knows each other.
Wait, I do want to bring up one more thing. So I'd go back up to. I'd go back to Cavrino, and like later that night, and maybe be like, well, you know how we're talking about like a fight, and the captain doesn't want it. Yeah.
Yes, Dad.
You know how
What
it-
do you want?
Yeah. Well, do you have that dragon chest you always kick my ass at? Do you have a thing for it? Like, do you have?
I don't have
that's
my
coming out of
set
that?
on me. Unfortunately, I had to sell it. But I'd still kick your ass if they had some.
Oh yeah, I know you would. But I'm saying, what if we did that with the crew? But if you don't have it, then we can't make money. So never mind. I shall talk with you later.
I do have some bone dice.
Bone diet. You know, I'd be much more eager to try and gamble with that if you'd like to maybe try your luck at.
Oh, I'm
Sailors
not
down
betting
below?
tonight. No. You can take my dice, but I'm watching to make sure you don't run off with them. Like you ran off with the money.
Yeah, well, you didn't finish your job, so you didn't get paid.
Whatever you say.
So,
And I hand him the bone dice for tonight
all right.
and basically watch him.
Yeah, I'll with that, I'll tell her that I'm going down below deck to try and maybe make a couple games with the sailors.
Sorry.
Would that be possible?
Okay. All right. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I typed him a message because I didn't want to interrupt the conversation. So ask him again. Sorry.
Yeah, I heard you. So you basically want to spend probably some part of the night before you go to bed trying to swindle sailors by betting with them with dice rolls.
By gambling, yeah.
How much money you have?
I would like to say I have at least. What's a lot of gold right now?
What's left over from what you bought your starting equipment with?
I don't know what I bought. I'm not gonna lie. I just sort of usually was given what I'm given.
Okay.
Plus, that also might have gotten deleted if we talked about that before.
We didn't
In that
usually
case-
usually it should be on your character sheet in your equipment.
Like I
Oh.
said. Well, yeah,
that
but my character sheet didn't save last time, remember?
All right, so
Yeah.
DM, what do you say he has? Let's just hear
Probably like an adventurer's pack, which has like trail rations and a backpack, a bedroll, kind of basic stuff like that.
it. Right, but how much
Okay,
gold?
you get 1 second. Teapot's talking to me. Well,
Yeah, hold
you
on.
get D10 gold pieces.
Alright, give me a sec. D10. Where are you? There you are.
We get
There are 10
Our
slides.
first.
I-
Make it good. First roll of the night.
I have 40?
Nice.
4? No, it's 4.
yep. Yeah,
40.
40 gold pieces.
Alright, well, I'm
Holy
gonna go
shit.
gamble 20 of that away and see if I can
40
get
gold pieces.
anything
That's a
back.
fuck
Yeah,
ton
no,
of
no,
money.
no. Hold on. I'm looking
No,
in the book.
4 gold pieces.
Oh.
A
Oh,
D10,
yeah.
not you don't multiply it by 10. It's just
Well, yeah, but in
a
this
10.
world, there is no copper or silver piece. It's just gold. Gold is the general currency.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I have.
Is-
How do you split a gold?
should we
don't-
multiply our shit then? Because I have.
Oh, I thought we talked about it before, didn't we? That it's going to do
you
gold.
told me
We
there was
did.
and
copper and
conversions.
silver.
That may have
No,
been a
okay, hold on.
conversation that y'all had later that
Yep,
I wasn't
here.
part of.
Hold on. For
Yeah.
for rollings, because I already did it. All right, so we have a cleric, right? You get
Yes.
5d4 times 10 gold pieces. That's how
I
much
already
gold
did
you
that.
have.
Yeah, no, I have all my shit. I just have silver pieces. What do you want me to do with that right now? Just round it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just round it up.
All right.
Okay.
Rogue 4d4
Yeah.
I mean, because
times
we
10.
talked about it before that we weren't going to do silver and copper pieces. We could if we want to.
I mean,
I'd like to just
Yeah.
have silver if possible, but like silver and gold is
it's
a
super
nice.
easy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
we got
copper, 'cause
like
that's
dollars
just
and then
too
we got
fucking-
like cents.
Yeah.
Yeah,
copper's
okay,
a
let's
pain.
do silver and gold, and copper is probably what exists, but it's not really used that much. Only used
Yeah,
when
it's
we
like
really need
pennies.
to. Yeah,
Yeah.
no one uses
It's-
copper pieces anymore.
All right.
Mm.
Okay, so you got silver and you have D. You have currently have 4 gold pieces.
4 gold pieces. I'll go gamble 2 of those.
You know, I heard the area north of Essensiad has actually phased out copper pieces altogether.
It's likely.
I actually have a. I should bring that up. I do have a map of the surrounding area. It's not complete. Let me open it up. I can tell you what the name of the province north of the place is called.
It's
Nah, I
not.
mean, I was
don't
just-
don't,
making
don't
a-
worry.
So how is he doing this? I want to know the rolls. I want to know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's see. How is he trying to swindle people?
Okay, so are
I'm
you actually
rolling
trying?
and-
Are you actually trying to do a skill check or anything? Like to roll the dice in a specific way to give you better odds?
Yeah, sleight of hand. I'd like to maybe like as I'm rolling it, I'm trying to feel where the dice is, and then roll it like I normally do to try and get it to land on a certain number.
Imperfections and things like that. Is it your dice set? Do you know if it's loaded or not?
It's mine.
It's not loaded. It's
no, it's just a regular
that.
dice set.
Yeah, so
Just my bone
I'm
dice.
literally trying to use like my hand and be like, all right, I know where what numbers on my palm right now. Roll.
So
Check.
what would that be? What type of check would that be? Dexterity check, sleight of hand
Yeah, it'd
check,
be-
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of
Probably.
hand. I'd like
It'd be
to
sleight
think,
of hand, but it'd be a very difficult sleight of hand,
So
especially
Yeah.
given the boat
yeah, it'd be a
sway.
difficult one. So let's say
Well, it's
roll d20 and plus your bonuses. Tell me what we get.
19.
solid.
Shit.
Damn.
It's like,
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that's like fuck.
I think I underestimated what I need to put as the DC for that.
Well,
He's good at
Well,
it.
he
Yeah.
is
I mean,
he is a rogue.
Yeah.
I mean, that is what he does for a living.
Like
yeah.
if I tried to do that shit, then I would lose money and they would call me names.
Sleight
Oh,
of
yeah.
hand is what I'm proficient in.
Yeah, there you go. So
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna roll a d6 to tell you how much gold you win.
Yeah.
You managed to win. You managed to win. I dropped the dice. 4 additional gold pieces.
Yeah. How much money did I owe you? Like 3, 4 gold?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, you owed me more than that, but we'll call it fine for tonight. Just give me back my dice.
All right.
By the
Well,
way,
keep the gold then.
yes.
You just want your dice. There you go.
Thank you.
She wanted the gold too.
No,
Pretty
he
sure.
owes me more than that.
I doubt it was much more.
I
If we're going off
put
like
my
me
I put my
having-
hand I put my big dragonborn hand on his shoulder and say, "Look, Tassel, I know you for a little
What?
bit. You know 4 gold is not gonna cover what I lost in that fight." I'm sorry, my voice. That 4 gold is not.
You
gonna
didn't lose
cover-
anything in that fight. You kicked his ass every single time.
Yes, because he wasn't a good fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Still, you owe me money. We'll talk later. And just pat him on the
I
cheek
offered
and
you
walk
money.
away.
Alright.
Well, you guys all turn in for the night upon the ship, and it sways gently in the waves as the wind pushes her along towards her final destination.
Oh no, final destination.
Watch
Oh,
out for the
no.
mouse.
Boss battle, let's go.
Also, to answer the question, like when we put the province north and south, yeah, that's like called Sole Portum.
And is that where Solidus is?
No, Solidus is in the Mount Solidus region, which I can give you a general. This is a.
We'll figure it
It's
out
a
later.
little
We'll figure it out later.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
we're
yeah.
recording, guys.
No, I want to know every square inch of the world right now. It's imperative.
I can give you at least this general map of the country.
Okay,
you're
cool.
going to.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll glance at that.
It's not
and,
complete, but
and
you
we
can
we can move on with our merry lives.
Well, as you sleep soundly through the night, and nothing happens.
Oh, I love the
Haha.
random encounter roll.
Gotta love the D100 percentile.
Kraken.
And there's an earthquake.
God, if there
I
was a
guess y'all are
Kraken
fine.
already.
I curl up in a ball and die.
We get to fort and the entire thing's flooded in from a tsunami that happened yesterday. Well then.
You all wake up from the ruckus of people outside your cabins. The sun has not yet risen, but many people are going to the decks. Most people are still asleep, but a lot of people, mostly you notice that mostly people like pilgrims and stuff heading to the decks right now. What do you do?
Is this a common commotion like everybody's usually up and about? Have we noticed that on the
No.
ship, or is this out of the ordinary?
This is somewhat out of the ordinary. You also hear people talk about seeing the sunrise over the country.
Okay, well then I'll get up and join them. Sure, I hear the commotion and yeah.
I make sure all my cabin crews are out, my cabin mates are out real quick, and when they are out, I lock the door real quick and say a quick prayer to my own god.
I'm still asleep. I can't be bothered to get up.
Okay, so out on the deck, you know, it's mostly, like I said, it's mostly people who are obviously pilgrims and holy people. Many of them are praying. In the distance to the east, you can just see the color of the sun slowly coming up over the horizon.
Ooh.
A few more minutes. Yes, it's quite pretty. A couple more minutes pass, and then the sky is split by the light of the sun rising. And what you notice immediately is behind you, because you're looking at the sun now. But if you turn around, you see the pure white limestone. Pure white stone cliffs of the shorelines of Ascensiad.
Ah.
Of Dover.
Yes.
Hark, it's the White Cliffs of Dover. Wait.
Pretty
what?
much,
Yeah.
except bigger, much bigger.
Oh, nice.
How big we talking?
Like
The
As I
cliffs
start
of
strolling
Bigger
down
than
the
insanity.
deck.
you.
maybe about Let's go 15 stories high.
Not tiny.
I mean, it's
I'd
not
like
like the
to-
Great Mountains. There's the white cliffs of the shore.
I want to say Dover's taller than that, but okay.
Is
Cement.
it? I don't know. It's tall. I say it's taller than Dover.
It's very
definitely.
tall.
It's very
very
tall.
tall.
Let's go with that. I was just spitballing. It's big. Let's go with
Cliffs of
that.
Dover are about 350.
It's 400.
350 feet.
No, fuck you, Cliffs
It's
of Dover. We got
350.
larger cliffs. 400.
400. 500 feet tall.
Can I get cliffs for 400?
500 gold.
Cliffs of
What? Nothing.
The white
guys,
stone
okay.
cliffs of Ascensiad. And as the sun strikes, a massive monument of stone. The Colossus of Solace. It's from its knees up is visible. The knees are below the water, and it's carved straight into the side of this peninsula.
Having heard of this phenomenon and this site before, probably from other people. I mean, we have texts and things like that from where I'm from. I'm sure Rugden turns and sees the brilliant light washing over the Colossus of the wonderful and all powerful and all gracious God Solus, and definitely has a personal spiritual moment, and he definitely is watching it, and he's kind of having this small conflict of whether or not to kind of bow his head in solemnity and in prayer, but at the same time he wants to take in the entire magnificence of it, so he keeps kind of like closing his eyes and then looking up, and then closing his eyes and looking up, but he's enthralled by this sight. This is huge for him.
The Colossus is massive. Like its knees down below the water, but the rest of it, the whole 500 feet of it, up there in the sky, with its arm, it's hanging forward. Like, it has its arm out forward and holding a lantern, which is actually a lighthouse.
Oh, cool.
Can I roll for to see if I know the significance of this Colossus for what the historical or religious significance is?
It's big
You
and it
can,
took a long
but-
time.
You can, but the only way to fail this roll would be with a 1.
Sir, I have a plus lots to this. Can I get a 21?
You definitely know what this Colossus is, and you even know of this took they say it took 100 years to carve.
You come up and you're gabbing in my ear like an unwanted tour guide, and you're just spouting information, and I'm just trying to focus on the site. I'm like, neat. Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, that's cool.
I'm
Spouting exposition.
after
This
a
Colossus is pure stone.
Not to anyone in
all the way through,
particular.
Carved right from the mountain. The lantern is made of mithril, hanging from mithril chains. And they feed
shit.
hundreds and hundreds of pounds of cinnamon wood because they burn cinnamon wood in there in the lighthouse because it's kind of a holy thing. I don't know. Also, it makes the seaside smell good.
I was about to say, yeah, it's just boiling a big cup of tea.
I would like to, as I'm spouting exposition, I'm not talking to anyone in particular, I'm more or less just kind of talking to myself. So I sound crazy. Ah, yes, the Colossus.
What are you, like Rain
was
Man?
made
You're
of-
just muttering to yourself?
Yeah. It's 100% what's happening.
I would say after about 5 minutes of this, midnight comes up and sees him spouting and put my hand on his shoulder and go, "You're doing it again, Ruith. You need to stop. You're spouting to no one. Leave it alone." And then
So right now, I'm looking at the map where you are. You are just rounding about 2 miles out from the Colossus of Solus. It's that big. You can see it that clearly from 2 miles out. You're just north of it.
can I
look at the map.
can I see the port yet or no?
You see, you probably how far can someone normally see an open sea?
I don't know.
You probably see
you
it, but it's
can-
basically just a dot on the whole. It's basically just.
I mean, looking at the
You,
map
no, in
right
fact,
now,
you don't see
where-
it. It blends into the surrounding land.
Looking
If
at
you
the
want,
map right now, if every hex, like you were saying, is a mile, that means if we're a couple miles north of the Colossus, that means we're about 8 miles still from Sun's Landing.
Yeah. So
If you want a real-world estimate of how far you can see out
Do you-
into
What is the
open sea,
What is the Coriolis effect, please? go ahead.
long story short, I think you can see roughly about 9 to 10 miles out, roughly. Don't quote me on that. I think that's right.
You can see the shoreline in the distance, but you just can't make out town for some reason. You know it's there, you just can't make it out. You see the lights. That's all you see.
Okay.
It breaks with the monotony of having seen just water forever, and all of a sudden there's a thin line of not water.
Yep.
I agree.
To your north, you also see a second lighthouse. It's no one's near as grand as the Colossus, but it's on the other peninsula to your north. There's a lighthouse that's warning the incoming ships that, hey, there's land here.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
Well, Cavrino's
What
about
about
to go
this?
have breakfast.
Yep. Well, the rest of your trip passes without any sort of
incident
interest
or
until you get to the sun's landing, and then you hear commotions again. So this commotion is not really from this ship itself; it's from all the other ships that are just slowly coming together into a mass, heading in and out of the port.
Ruith will be waiting on the deck of the ship with his pack and his bag of gold and his traveler's coat just on the deck waiting for the ship to dock.
I'm probably up there as well. Rugden, being a dwarf and having never really
Can he see
explored
over the
much of
railing?
Water.
Can he
I don't
see
know,
over the
maybe.
railing?
But nonetheless, he can probably see some buildings and things like that, and he's just excited. One, because the trip is almost over, and he's got all this stuff ready to go, and he's ready to be in a brand new place. And secondly, he is ready to get off of this boat. He couldn't, he was okay with the water and the rocking back and forth for a little bit, but after a few days, it's just like, all right, I can.
Shit's got old.
Yeah, This is not for me. I need to get back on solid earth. I need to get my stumpy legs back in the ground.
As you come up to the city, you finally see it in its glory. The white cliffs even extend all the way around this area to shoreline, and the city itself is carved directly into the side of them.
Oh, so it's like that one Greek city that we always see in the travel pictures.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, think of Overwatch, the Iliad,
Yeah,
Greek
that's
one.
the one.
Oh,
Think
yeah.
that, except bigger.
Okay.
And no tiled roof. The roofs are all flat and have maybe like potted plants on top of them. And you see
Okay,
people,
so
see
like
people on the roof.
Adobe structures meet what do you call
Greek.
it?
Lincoln logs.
So,
Yeah.
Hang on, I got a picture, guys.
except,
Okay, go for it.
except
Boom.
Yeah. That town.
yes, yeah, like that. Except none of the like dome stuff. All the roofs are mostly flat. Maybe a few domes, but they're gold.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes, that's basically what the city is. It's carved from. It's not like bricked up. It is carved solid.
Okay.
It cliffs here about 3 stories high around the city, and the city itself, you can't see it well, but the city itself is in a separate bay that kind of mirrors the big opening from the bay you just came into, Sunlight Bay.
Okay.
So it's a bay within a bay.
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 All right.
Baby.
Your ship
Cavrino.
pulls into the port of Sun's Landing. All around you are these cliffs now, creating this natural shield from the main sea waters.
Okay.
And slowly, the ship pulls up to the main port. The ramps are lowered, and everyone begins to disembark.
I'm maybe not
Well-
as raring to go. I'm still waiting on my brand new best friend in the whole wide world, my travel buddy Tassel. Where is he?
I am scroggily getting up and coming on top of deck. I slept in and feeling the boat jolt as it gets into the. Sorry, I've got something stuck in my throat.
Whoops. It's adventure.
Feeling the boat sort of jolts to a stop. I come up and make my way up and be like, you there? Oh, it's bright.
Dude.
Oh, we're here.
Get your stuff.
I may be looking around for Tassel, and I find him, and I come bounding up with my backpack strapped to my back, little like pots and pans that I've traveled with kind of clattering to my side, way too eager to get going. But, I'm going to go with my friend that I've been talking with for a long time. Tassel, we're here! It's just very
yes,
obvious
we
matter
are.
of fact. That's all he has to say.
Well, I sort of dip back down under below deck to grab my bag.
Hurry up!
I didn't really bring much. I brought like a pack of clothes, some rope, and
Do you need some help?
like No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Just,
You're taking an
well,
awful
this
long
is-
time down there.
Well,
Come on,
this is
sun's
I
a
am
wasting. There's so much to
just woke
do.
up. I'm coming.
While
I'm on my way.
while this is going on, Midnight goes over to Ruith real quick.
Ruth's actually been looking for Midnight
Yes.
to address the Dragonborn. So, you want your pay for escorting me this far?
Yes, I've done my job. Now you need to follow your end of the bargain.
How much was our deal agreement again? And he pulls out his little brown sack of coin and he opens it looking inside.
5 gold.
What a lovely, naive
Oh.
little boy.
A moth flies out.
He pulls out 5 gold pieces and holds them out, and this is the second half. He drops it in your claw, I guess.
Yep. I take it.
Yeah, claw.
I put it in my
5 gold.
pocket.
That's outrageous. You got.
Hey,
you got
look, I'm a,
swindled.
I ain't
I'm
no
a
cheap
squishy
bitch, alright?
man.
He didn't. Hey,
I'm a
hey,
squishy
he,
elf.
he didn't get stabbed, did he? Mission
No,
accomplished.
he didn't. I did my job.
Exactly.
I can tell
why
he's
I'm looking
a
at
sucker.
Yes, you hired a bodyguard to guard you on a boat that was already full of people who would be able to protect you.
Look, I don't trust the crew. I'm a squishy sorcerer.
He's heard how
I know
dicey
big-
Cozumel can be this time of year.
there
Bunch
it is.
Discord is shitting itself.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
luckily,
it's just
luckily,
every
as long
now
as we
and
got the
then
audio
that you
from
guys
him, we're
cut out.
fine. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
so yeah, we do that, and then I go find Rugden because I don't trust him with Tassel.
I'm gonna follow you just because I don't want to get off the boat yet. I don't trust the people around me enough to get off the boat by myself.
Tassel like
Yeah,
an obedient and, or I mean not Tassel, but Rugden like an obedient and overexcited golden retriever waiting on master to with the leash to go outside. I'm waiting at the top of the stairwell that has all the rooms below deck. I'm just waiting for Tassel to groggily probably stumble his way up the stairs so we can go.
Yeah, I've got like my bag in one hand. It looks like it's just sort of been sloppily put together. I probably left a shirt or two back in my cabin, but I didn't care. I'm like, all right, let's go. Got it over like one shoulder.
All right, where to? I've never been here
First,
before.
we
Have you
gotta
been
find-
here?
Well, no, but I'd say that we gotta find a place where we can drop our stuff off and then explore. For now,
Nice.
I'd say a tavern.
That makes the most sense.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm going to look for a job while I'm here as well, since my previous employer's already paid up. She smiles grinningly at Ruith.
Ruith kind of sheepily scratched the back of his head like, yeah. Yeah. Like,
She seems intimidating, but she's not.
I would like to roll intimidation against Tassel.
Would it work considering I know you?
It'll be a little
Ruith
harder,
just
but
kind of pats Ruith pats Tassel. Do you really want to be on the business end of her sword?
I've been on the business end of a fist once or twice.
You don't want to be on the business end of her actual weapon. Just
She
be on
wouldn't
the
kill
good
me.
side of Dragonborn. Take it from a sorcerer, little one.
Can we? I have a quick
I've
question.
known.
Tassel, one thing that I missed out on is what race you are.
yeah.
I'm human.
You're human, okay. And are you just like 6 feet tall, just kind of average, or? I got that you were a rogue, but I missed out on the
am-
rest of your description.
Yeah, I think we forgot that. Whoops.
I'm 5'10", and I look late 20s.
Okay.
Damn, you're taller than me. Fuck. I rolled a
Uh,
short elf.
You're all shorter than me.
I
so-
don't know what's a proper weight because I know we talked about it before, but it didn't save. But I put it in as 130, and I adjust it if I need to.
Okay. Question, Fen. Is there a library here
A
at
what?
Sun's Landing? Is there a library at Sun's Landing?
You do not know.
Damn it. Okay, well, fuck.
Well, Cavrino, seeing that these guys don't want to disembark, just starts walking towards the gangplank to go at least find a tavern or something to go either inquire about a job or to find a place to rest for right now.
As you approach the runway, you hear the ringing of several bells, like town crier bells, as you see people in white robes moving through the crowds, and they're screaming out, "Please, all disembarking passengers, remember to report to customs immediately before entering the city."
I let out an audible.
I do as well. Like in unison, we both do. We'll be like,
And in Draconic, I just go, "God the fuck."
Ruith actually smiles at this, at y'all's displeasurement. And he picks up his step and walks forward. Come on, don't you want to? You can't be late for customs. And he starts walking
I
ahead.
just give him the most idiotic look, like, what are you thinking? And are you new?
It was worse. This is a religious Holy Land custom, so you better have any thing that is anything remotely heretical on you.
Ruth looks back at Cavrino, or at Midnight, and he just smiles. I'm an academic. I graduated. Thinking in his head,
she just
this
looks
gives
at
him
him
diplomatic
and-
immunity. That's what his thought process is right now.
She just looks at him and shakes his head, but proceeds to follow.
I sort of follow because I don't know what customs is, and they obviously do. So it's like, whatever. Sure, why not? Come on,
Well, you walk down
come on, Rugden.
You walk down the pier that you're on. You pass a small god tower with a little lighthousing on top too.
Yeah.
You mostly just follow the crowd as they move forward.
Hmm.
You see some people also milling about unloading cargo from some of the ships. And you approach past some warehouses. You approach a gatehouse with people being divided up into several lines.
Well, I guess I go and get in one of these lines. Follow the crowd.
There's a sign that says most of the customs house to checking in to make sure you're not carrying anything illegal into the country.
All right.
There's also a small sign that reminds people of some laws they should keep in mind in the country.
I will
What would
take-
those be, real quick, since we're reading?
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
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 Well, there's some laws, basic laws like you expect: don't kill, don't steal. Of course. Wait, actually, no. It was a common sense. There's one thing as a reminder of the laws of alcohol consumption in the country.
What is there? None.
There was laws that within the country of Solidus, no alcohol is allowed to be consumed under the sun.
So only at night. Gotcha.
Except it even says except in the city, only within the bounds of Sun's Landing may alcohol be consumed at all times, because it's the major port town. You can have a lot of people here.
Interesting.
Wait, except in what? I'm sorry, I missed that part.
Except in Sun's Landing.
You can
because
drink
it's a major
alcohol at any
port.
time.
You can
in
drink
some,
anytime
yeah.
you want in this city.
Outside the city, alcohol is illegal until night, only allowed to be consumed at night. Outside of Sun's Landing.
All right. Then.
Some other cities have
It's like
small
the reverse of bar rules in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Yeah. Sun may only be consumed after the sun has gone down. Except in Sun's Landing, where it is legal to drink
24/7.
all day, because this is the major port town. It's like travelers coming in and going out.
Yeah,
So
fair
public
enough.
drunkenness is still illegal though.
I mean, yeah.
Or
Keep
highly
that shit in
frowned
the
upon.
bars.
I would like to make a perception check. Are people openly able to carry swords here? Is that a thing people can do?
Yes, you don't need to make a check for that. There's no laws against not carrying weapons.
Okay.
Just don't carry it like in your hands, out in front of your chest.
With the lines,
Yeah.
Exactly.
do I notice if they're like splitting it up by like where you're from or like your race or religion? Well, besides
Nope.
religion or something, it's just lines.
Yeah, split it up by
Yep,
religion.
this line.
Everybody in the same line.
I had to one.
The everyone who's not
I get
in the
my
line
own
gets to go into
special
the
line.
furnace.
Do I see any
Everyone not in
dragonborns, or am
the-
I the only one? Am I sticking out like a sore thumb?
Yeah, well, a
Discord.
few, like very, very few, maybe. You can see maybe 5 of the Dragonborns.
Oh shit!
Most
Okay, there it is. No,
and
sorry.
of those,
what'd you
most
say?
of them are on the outgoing lines.
Well, I head to one of
So-
the lines too. Probably behind who was it, Ruth or Rugdade that went in first?
We'll assume you all went to the same line.
Yeah, shoot.
Yeah. For
What
shits and giggles.
what were the did we find out what they were split up by, or were they just split up?
They're
just
no
split.
split up. It's just
Okay,
it's
so
just other lines.
As you enter through the gate, it's like it's one big gate, but there's multiple smaller gates into it, which have let people filter people in. Obviously, the big gate is to let like carts and stuff through, but it's closed currently, so only the smaller gates are opened.
all right.
And as you go through, you see people having to like get their bags shook out or checked for stuff by these guards. They're clad in gold armor with a what are those things on top of helmets called? Like the plumes of like plumes
You
on
got
top
it.
of helmets.
Plumes.
Plume, you got it. You're good.
You got it.
Yeah, you got
Not
it.
like the Roman plume, more like a ponytail type thing.
It's still a
But then-
plume. It's a
Yeah,
horse
they have
tail
the,
plume.
they have they have a plumes under the head that are the colors of sunrise and sunset. That they go from like a lavender and fade to a red at the tips.
Can I make an intelligence check or an insight check to see if those plumes have any kind of meaning?
Ooh.
Like, are the plumes like a ranking system, or are they just decorative for those coming into the country?
You don't need to check for that. You know it's decorative. It's just a decorative thing that the main military force of the country uses.
Well, would we? You said we were new. We'd never been here.
Yeah, but
He knew.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I
He
know.
would know because he's probably had some study.
Yeah.
I think you don't sense anything.
Though if I
Okay.
know a little bit about Ruth's character from being on the boat with him, we probably also know that right now.
Yeah,
No,
true.
no, he didn't know from the boat. He just starts talking about it. Oh yeah, you see the different plumes.
Yes.
They're all. It's there to represent the sunrise and the sunset of the city.
Oh, they're
and
very
how it's so
lovely.
culturally
I
important.
place my hand on his shoulder again. Ruth, you're doing it again.
Each one of the guards who aren't checking bags have are armed with glaives and spears and such,
Glaven.
and they have they have pure white shoulder capes that bear the golden 8-pointed star of Solace.
All right.
Ruth
In
turns
one end of
to
the-
a.
On
Oh,
one
sorry.
end of the chamber you've entered, you notice two much more lavishly decorated armored people with full plate, but there's like full golden plate in the
Oh,
standing against the
shit.
wall, just watching people.
Do I know anything about them?
I'm not done yet. Their helmets are decorated with the tops of the helmets that have the 8-pointed star right on top of the helmet in display, and a glowing orb that floats along on top of their head, basically.
Huh.
Would my
Can I make a check
I'm sorry,
for
go ahead.
that? Can I make a check for that to see if I know what the hell that is? Because I don't think I would.
You recognize them. You probably some of you probably seen them around the world, like maybe rarely. Definitely, Katerina definitely recognizes the outfit.
So I do know what they are. All right.
Yes, they are the paladins of Solace.
Oh, would I know then?
Probably.
Alright.
The paladin army. They don't just have one or two paladins. They have an army of paladins here.
Seeing them, my eyes kind of narrow, and I look them over closely. Do I recognize any of them?
They're in full plate armor. You cannot see their faces.
My eyes narrow, and
Do I recognize any of the rankings?
You can discern from roll for it, see if you know that.
Yeah. No, I do not know any of the rankings. I am
Did you get a
dumbfounded.
one?
Roll.
I got a
Did
2.
You know that they
I
are
didn't crit fail.
paladins.
They're shiny.
God,
That's fair.
They're paladins and they're shiny, and they wield.
Discord is.
And they both paladins have these long pole arms that cross between a pole sword and an axe almost. The blades form a circle they're like a ring blade on a stick.
I gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
And within the ring is of course the 8-pointed star. And it's watching people with obvious some intent.
Do they? Do I notice that do they take any particular attention to us by any chance? Is there any? Do they eye us up on any way in particular?
No, you're not special.
I'm just curious. I mean, you know, if it happens.
Roll if you want. If you want, you can roll perception.
Yeah, sure,
Make
I'll
that
roll
passive
perception.
perception.
While they're
Passive
doing that,
perception.
I'm literally just gonna. Has the line been moving?
Yes,
Still?
it's been moving. It's been moving steadily. There's
Oh
like-
God, motherfucker! I crit
What'd you do?
failed. I crit
You rolled a
failed.
one?
I rolled a 1.
This session's
critical
gone off to
one.
a great start. Natural
Your passive
2 and then a
perception. You notice shit about the paladins. It is at the corner. It is there. You don't. In fact, you don't even notice them doing anything at all.
Enough
Are they even
so to
breathing?
where-
You don't know.
He's paying so much attention. Cavrino bumps into him and just like shoves him forward as the line's moving.
Ruth swears in Draconic. Watch it, you stupid dragon.
Ooh.
She narrows her eyes at him and says, "So you speak the language?"
Are y'all now both conversing in Draconic? Because if so,
Yes.
Yes.
I'm watching with kind of like a head cocked, like a confused dog would.
It sounds like a really nasty language, something like.
Except for Russian accent. So imagine that throat noises with Russian accent.
I'll go to Rugden because he seems a little confused, and I'll like translate. Be like, oh, they're saying this, and
Does everybody
He
here
just
speak
told me.
Draconic except for me?
Sounds like.
yeah.
Oh boy!
Look.
Well, thank you.
I'll tell you this about me as a player. I always take Draconic because it's super
Well, Draconic
useful.
makes sense for a sorcerer to take.
Yeah, I know, but
Hey,
on every character.
Brian, I noticed that your equipment list on your character sheet is empty for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what I got given, so
You got given what you got given when you made your character.
Okay.
yeah, and I lost that
What's your
because
ba-
it didn't
Hold
say.
on, I can help him out real quick. You keep telling the story, Fen. But real quick, what background you take?
We can pause real quick. It's been like an
I have
hour.
a charlatan.
Charlatan. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll figure this out.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's
should
right,
have
I can go
basically
look
the
that
same
up.
kind of adventurer kit that everyone gets. Should keyword.
He definitely has the adventure pack, which is a healer's kit, mess kit, a tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days of rations,
Yep.
50-foot hemp rope, and a water skin.
Yep. He would
And a
also
backpack.
have,
bedroll.
since he took the charlatan background, a set of fine clothes, a disguise kit, tools of the con of your choice, 10 stopper bottles filled with colored liquid, a set of weighted dice, a deck of marked cards, or a signet ring of imaginary duke, and a pouch containing 15 gold.
And why did he need to borrow the bone dice if he had a set of weighted dice?
He forgot his. He didn't realize it.
Nah,
Why
You
use
lost
your
it.
own dice when you
It-
can use other people's dice?
it's true.
Exactly, because if
They
something
will-
fucks up, you can be like, "Hey, this guy gave me the dice."
Exactly.
I'd like to imagine that the rat that I found actually took off with my weighted dice.
Thought
You
they
turned
were food.
you turned
So-
his rat balls into weighted
Can-
dice.
Yeah. Hey, can you link me
Yeah.
that?
Oh.
Page 128
Thing.
in the player's handbook.
I have to go.
We're new people, so sorry.
Hello.
We're still trying to do this.
There you go. There you go, Tassel. I gave you a list.
Yep.
Thank
And you checked
you.
it twice.
No, I'm not Santa,
Gotta find it.
but I am nice.
Oh, so I have an extra 15 golds?
Yeah, you do
Yep.
get an extra 15 gold, and then you also get
That's why I had 150 to start with.
So the disguise kit and forgery kit, you don't get those. My bad, I didn't
But
copy
he's
that.
got
Those
proficiency.
Those are just proficiencies you have. You have proficiency
Yeah.
in disguise kit toolkit. You have proficiency in deception sleight of hand, and then the equipment is what you get. Okay, cool.
Yep. Sorry, folks. We're new.
Okay. As you are each brought up to the front of the line, you each have to hand over your bag and let me search food. Are any of you carrying anything that could be listed as being not something you should have?
Well,
If so, are you trying to keep it hidden?
well,
I
depends. Is a
am-
dragonborn teeth necklace not appropriate?
Nah, I don't care about that.
All right, then not
I'm
really.
talking about like maybe anything that could be not, could be heresy or drugs and stuff like that.
Does a
Nope.
knife or sword qualify? I know we asked sword earlier, but like an actual like
Weapons
Better
are fine.
not.
knife.
Weapons are fine, but don't you dare bring any pot in here.
But one thing you do notice is as Rugden comes at the front line. It is let him straight through without searching him.
Who passed before him? Is it me or?
I say you. It was when you went through. You went Ruth, Midnight, Rugden, and then Midas.
Yeah. I'll go last.
All right. As he's
I
going
would
through,
like to
I'm like,
say,
I guess they like you, huh?
Is that to me?
Yeah. Sorry, Rugden. I'm sorry.
So I missed. What did you say, Fen? When you said when I went through, what did they do?
They looked you over, saw that you had the holy symbol of solace,
okay,
noticed that you were
gotcha, okay.
pilgrim, and just let you straight through without bothering to search you.
All right. So one more time, Zorn. What did your character say?
Midnight said, so I guess they like you, huh?
Well, I guess this is one of the, I will call it fringe benefits of being a worshiper of Solus, kind of being in the same league of belief as the paladins over there.
Don't believe what they tell you. That's all she says, and continues to wait for our last member, since we apparently are traveling together now.
Apparently.
Oh, you never really agreed in that.
Well, we said we were finding a tavern because I was sticking with Rugden for now. Maybe I
True.
could
Yeah.
scam him too.
Fair.
I don't know.
You take after me so much. I'm proud of you.
hey, it wasn't a scam. We agreed on
as
it.
you leave through the little customs
You
area,
thought so.
you come into a much larger open area, and there's a few like merchant stalls set up around a small little pool of water in the center.
Alright.
It's really just a small place with some stalls set up trying to get people right off the docks to buy stuff.
Oh crap.
Oh, yeah.
Are there people selling
Do you know if
exotic foods and cuisine and stuff like that?
Yeah, exotic food, like exotic stuff from around the country. That's what
It is.
Do you know if you see warehouses
Mm-hmm.
and a walkway leading to the building you just came through? That's the level above. The city is. I mentioned this. The city is tiered. You're on the bottom level of the city, then up like one story up. There's another level. It's basically carved out.
Okay.
Each level is slightly like story up.
All right.
To your north, there are you see warehouses. To your south, you see a bunch of crammed in together, what you can guess are probably apartments or small homes, all carved from this white stone. And to your west, you see a ramp heading up to the next level of the city.
Alright then.
You see a lot of people milling out, buying goods, services. People just washing their clothes in the water.
Rugden is
Not the water in the.
wandering around, maybe kind of where there are 2 or 3 stalls in a row where people are selling foods that he's never heard of or smelled before, and he's just kind of walking back and forth, kind of like looking at these with intent, but he's not making his way like to a booth. He's just kind of like soaking
Window shopping.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think we're all. I would say we're all following him at this point, since he seems to be at least more comfortable here than a lot of us. So we're sticking with the worshiper.
No, I'm not comfortable
Yeah.
here. I'm a stranger in a strange land. I'm just
We don't know that.
Yeah.
I sort of
Well,
get
you're
the
down
gist
here.
of
We
this
want to ask
place.
for directions, try to wander through the city on your own.
Well,
Actually, I would like to make looking at the stalls. Do I see anything that's particularly good food, like that I would know is good food, or for a check or something? Would I
make a
know?
passive perception.
Me being
Motherfucker.
I think that would just be a perception
Uh,
Excuse my
check.
language.
Um,
I got a 2 plus whatever, but I got a 2.
Proud of you.
lol. Me being from
Kill
like
those dice and throw them away and get some new ones.
Freeze him and smash him with a hammer.
What? This black die is not being used for the rest of the night. Back to my crystal dice.
Damn those black dice.
Midnight takes offense.
they have been cursed.
I like that die.
I've got
Lol.
black dice. These are the dice that I've had for like over a decade.
Nice.
Nice.
I would like to stop and ask someone to at least find a tavern, and maybe something we could do a job for, or at least one of us.
But one person you do have doesn't know anything about jobs currently. But they'll point you up to a tavern, just right up the ramp, and make a right. You should find plenty of taverns and inns. The second level is really inundated. It's really pretty much clogged with inns, restaurants, and taverns.
Okay.
A lot of inns. In fact, most of the population of the city are travelers.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I tell this to the rest of the group so that they know that we might, if they want a tavern, it's up this way. And just basically stick with Rugden because even though Cavrino is putting on a tough face, she is scared out of her fucking wits at this place right now.
When you mention, once again, trying to find a tavern, Rugden kind of snaps out of his trance and sighs and goes, yes, I guess we better get going along. There are plenty of people here from different boats, not just ours. We need to make arrangements. And he kind of takes one last kind of a wistful look at some of the food and then sighs and turns around reluctantly and stomps off towards the ramp to go up to the next level.
Alright. Me being a traveler, I'm not exactly too out of my element here. It's more the fact that it's so many religious guards and symbols around that's just like, that's what's putting me on
You're
edge.
surrounded by Jesus.
But, yeah, and it's really just like, this is uncomfortable. I don't like this.
All right, so yeah, I guess we head our
These
way to
people
a
are
tavern
deluded.
now.
But,
You make your way up to your when you
yeah.
around, you see more guards. To your left are more buildings, and to your right you notice a small several buildings, a small green in area from trees. Seems a much nicer part of town than right down by the docks.
Yeah.
You follow your directions, and you find yourself in the district of town that's chock full of everyone, like travelers and stuff. A few people seem disgruntled, but you don't know why. And there's many restaurants and taverns and inns. You pretty much have your pick of the litter. Now, anything you're looking for, particular cheap, expensive, what?
I mean, I don't have a lot of gold on me. I guess I should talk to the everybody else. So, I don't have a whole lot of traveling money on me. I actually probably would be better off trying to find one of the kind of outcropping temples and find a safe place to stay with them for the night. But if you want, I can accompany the three of you to kind of help carry things, carry bags, help you unpack everything like that. Where you're going to be set up, I'll probably be staying at a temple with, my people. And he points to the holy crest, holy symbol that he has, like kind of hanging off the side of his backpack.
Man, he is so awkward. I love him.
I just look at him and go,
here.
I would like a decent place. I don't need cheap, but I don't need expensive. Decent.
I understand that. Middle of the road, comfortable, but not lavish.
Works for me.
All right, so we're gonna go find a decent one, I guess. Not too expensive, I would say, for some of us.
Well, you
Perception
make your
checks.
way northward. You pass several nicer looking buildings, a lot of more lavish hotels and restaurants. Basically, it seems definitely like a tourist town to you guys. As you make your way north, you begin to you walk around like the edge of the level, so you can look over the edge over like a stone railing and see the docks below.
Can Rugden see or no?
It comes up to just his shoulders. You can just look over the railing. Put his chin on top of the stones.
I gotcha.
All right.
I take it we need to make perception checks to start finding a good place.
Let's see how this goes. I've got a -1 since I appear to be leading.
Can I make
Does a 12 work?
Yes, it does. Mostly because the further north you go, obviously the cheaper the places become.
Can I can I talk around with people, see if I can find a good bargain for a place?
Oh God.
I'm sure. Roll. Let me roll that for you. See if you do manage to find someone.
What is that? Gather information?
Yeah.
Wait, is that still a thing? No, it's not.
You want me to roll?
Whoops.
That would be
Is
investigation.
it a gather
probably.
information roll?
No, they're not anymore. It used to be a
Probably
thing.
investigation.
I'll roll for you. See if you manage to find someone. The first person you talk to is like, I just got here. I don't know anything either. Sorry.
He makes that noise.
I'd go to the
Let's
next
have
person.
another scholar.
It was totally a halfling, by the way.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'd,
now.
I'd go to people who like work here, who seem to have like shops, or people who seeming to be coming out of like houses or something. Like I'd ask, I'm a traveler. I've just come, and I'd like to know where a good accommodation would be. Something that's not too expensive, but I could probably get like good. Okay, what's a good deal? Where are the Black Friday sales happening?
Well, someone points you along the way. In a little place called the shit. Called the.
The shit.
let me gather my ability to speak real quick. There's a little hole in the wall just down the way. It's decent, not too expensive, not too rat infested.
Thank God. Rats are awful. Stole my dice.
It's called the Sunshade Tavern. You can't miss it. Just head down. Keep to the side of the railing. You'll eventually see the signs.
Sunshade Tavern.
Yeah,
Sounds,
Sunshade Tavern.
Yep.
sounds comfortable.
Awesome. Thank you.
You get about halfway down. You can see the where you can see some warehouses down below, but you do find the Sunshade Tavern. Is actually in a pretty nice place. Like it's built right onto the edge of the layer, so you probably have a view if you get a room there.
I'm walking in.
Yeah, I'll follow in. I mean, I don't think there's anything. Do we see more of the disgruntled citizens still just kind of milling about?
Not sure the citizens, but they're definitely travelers.
Okay.
A lot of them
If it's travelers,
seem
whatever.
annoyed about something. Do you want
Actually,
to
no,
listen
I
into
will
the
talk to-
conversations?
I'm going
Yeah,
to.
I'll listen.
I'll
in.
see if I can linger about and try and spike up a conversation about it with someone.
Well, I'm gonna go inside.
well-
Who said they were going inside?
Midnight.
All right, midnight. Rugden is
Splitting
going
the party
to,
already. Booyah.
He's going to come inside with you just because this is like once
I mean,
again.
you can go right into the tavern. You probably find information about what's going on in there.
But I'm not. Even though I'm not staying here, this is all once again just like a new experience for me. I've stayed in a couple other places along the way in my journeys, but this is definitely the biggest town. And while this may not be, I didn't have the money to stay in nice places, and this place, even though it looks it's called fucking Sunshade Tavern, is still probably better than the like barns and shit that I've been staying at along my way to conserve money and everything like that. So I've definitely come inside to kind of soak in the sights and sounds of the city while you make a room.
Yeah.
Inside the tavern, it's let me open a new bloody piece of paper so I can draw a picture of myself.
Yeah.
Inside is a tavern.
There's a tavern.
Inside the no, I'm not
There's a
black.
tavern inside the tavern.
Yes.
Oh
it's
my
tavern
God.
substitute.
Tavern's all the way down.
It's bigger on the inside.
How does this even?
What you don't realize is that the reason it's so cheap is that they just keep digging into the side of the cliff to make more rooms.
A lot of
care
buildings
about
are
the
like
first
that. They're
one
built
they
right
made.
into the side of the cliffs. But this one is actually separate from the cliff. Like I said, it's on the edge of the layer, so you can right now.
Here is your room key, and here is your shovel.
Just open the door and start digging.
I'm gonna dig myself a
Great.
deluxe room.
Slept in worse places before.
You're
There.
digging into the roof of the person below. Whoops, too far.
Hey, bunk rooms. It's
You got a ladder on there? Because I'm going to fall down.
It's a big
the
thing in
middle of
Europe.
I thought
Well-
that was gonna be the toilet.
As you're into the place, it's actually pretty damn nice. It has a really warm, like earthy feel to it. There's the warm glow of some torches and candles in the room. There's some windows, no glass, so it lets the sea breeze in. There's several. The area is kind of like 2 layers to it. Where you on it has the bar, some people sitting at the bar drinking, and on the other side of the room there's an area like it drops down slightly, but not like just like 1 step. And you see a few tables down there with some people sitting and drinking.
Are there any windows in this main area that have a view back out to the bay?
Not in this
one. Okay.
Well, actually, yes, there was one.
Okay.
On the south wall.
I gravitate towards that because this is the first time I've been able to kind of see this place from a view, and so I'm going to kind of go out there and kind of, because we have now walked up the ramp and we're on the 2nd level of the city, if any type of and whether I need to slide a chair over to stand on or something like that. I mean, I'm not tiny, but I am smaller than 5 feet tall. But I want to kind of...
There's a table there, and it's empty.
I don't want to stand on the table.
Enough for 4 people.
Ooh. Okay, well then I will claim that table by standing on one of the chairs and looking out the window into the bay and just kind of taking in the sights.
From your position in the window you're at, you can see the docks where your ship is docked. In fact, the ship is still there, and you see all the little people milling about. It's quite actually a distance away. You walked quite a distance from where it was. At least, I don't know, maybe half a mile. But that might be a little too big. Maybe less. No, was it? How much is a half? Because they all know the city's 1 mile large. So that was it.
I mean, it may have been a half mile
Mileage
total because we
confuses
kind
me.
of curled up and around to the 2nd level.
True. So you're about a half mile away from where you started now. It's a pretty big city, like I said. Like for medieval size. And you can see the docks, all the people, the bay, and from your position, you can see from on the other side of the harbor bay, on top of the cliffs, you see obvious signs of a church, like a big old cathedral.
Okay. Would this be
overlooking the bay?
On the bay opening? Would this be the south side of the opening or the north side?
South side.
Because I'm looking
you
at the map
towards the north side, facing south. The window's on the south side of the building, so you can see. Pretty much the south side of the.
Yeah.
Bay.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're talking about now. I'm looking at the map as well. Okay.
I can draw a circle where it is.
No, I got it. Okay. Well then, I will. Now that I've kind of gleaned that information, now I at least know. Now, my character at least knows kind of where his next stop will be in the city once they've kind of got everything set up. Because otherwise he would have to bumble around and ask people for directions. But now that he's seen that, he can kind of figure it out for himself, I would think.
Yep. I wouldn't hand you a circle for you because I like to do that. I like drawing circles. Circles are fun.
Thank you, DM. You're the best.
I'm making my way towards the what do you want to call it? Bartender / probably proprietor of this place.
It's a older man. He's sitting there, kind of gruff looking guy, gray hair, tall. What can I get you?
I'm looking for a room tonight with at least myself and maybe a couple others. I don't know. Had to see what they're thinking.
Rooms are 10 silver apiece.
10 silver? Are you kidding me?
Is that too expensive? I'm just spitballing prices.
I'm also arguing the price. It's up to you.
Oh, ooh, haggling.
Is silver is
Silver's
like
a
is
tenth.
it 100 silver gold?
Silver's a tenth, so it'd be
Or
like
is-
a gold.
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah, 100 silver's a gold.
Really? Oh, I thought it was 100. I was
No,
going
it's not
100
like World
silver
of
equals
Warcraft.
1 gold.
I mean, we can make it. You can make it however you want, but in D&D, it's divisible by 10. So 10 coppers is a silver.
Okay,
10 silver.
so
10. When you say 10 silver, that's a gold.
Okay, I should have read that. But I was always.
Yep,
assumed
I'm
it was
trying to
more than
bargain
that.
it down because.
So it's one second. It's three silver a room.
Oh, that's not that bad. Come on.
3 silver for a room.
That's better.
5 silver if you want the big ones.
What's the big ones?
Nice room with a view.
They're bigger.
About 3 beds. Nice room for a view. A room for 3 people. You know, the big ones. We only got 2 of them. We're not like those big fancy places down the way.
Fair enough. I plop the 5 silver down. For me. And if no one else joins, I just get the big room.
Up to you. Up to you, lass.
Midnight's
call me
rolling in
lass.
style.
Okay. Can I get you anything else?
Not yet.
He hands you the key with a number on it.
I grab it. And then I just walk back over to the group. Or at least Rugden.
I'm
So
standing.
who's outside still? Do you want to
I'm
come in
still
yet?
standing
Or
on
you...
a chair, looking out the window.
Yeah, I'll come inside at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm-
managed to
The-
glean some information, like obviously some kind of disturbance in the Providence as keeping people stuck here, but you didn't get much else from you eavesdropping.
I tried to start up a conversation about it.
With who beat these people in your group?
No, with some randoms that have been. I hear them talking about it, and I
You was at the bar
glance
now,
over.
and let's say you moved over to your group and you sat down.
Well, I was still outside.
Oh, I thought you said you were coming inside.
I came inside.
No, Ruth.
No,
I came inside.
He
Yeah.
he went and eavesdropped. I tried to start up a conversation with someone who
Oh,
had maybe
okay.
said
Sorry, I
something about it,
misunderstood.
so that yeah, I tried to get some direct info.
Well, as you're talking to someone, he gets a little bit upset. Not at you, at the situation. You're like, I came here. I'm a trader, you see. I came here to sell my wares in the capital. I can't get to the capital, they say. They closed down all the borders out of the Providence. Apparently some group of people has been causing havoc all through the countryside. And they don't want them to get spreading out to any other Providence or something.
Oh, that's awful.
I know. A lot of these goods I have are perishable. How am I supposed to make a ton of profit in this market right now?
Honestly, you really can't with the slow influx of travelers. When they come in by boat, it's not always the best. You know,
I traveled all the way down to. Once I need to bring up my map so I can see it. I traveled all the way to Sanctum City before I learned I couldn't get through the Pilgrim's Path to to Solidus.
really, I only recently got here, so I'm not
I
exactly
sold
sure
what I
what's
could.
going on.
I lost so much money on this stupid shite. I had to go home now with half the money I'm hoping to gain.
That's not good.
Hope someone deals with this shit. I don't. The
Hope so.
Paladins need to do something about these dang heathens just running over the countryside and making a fool out of this country. I tell you.
They haven't already? How long's this been going for?
I was told it started a few months back.
And they still haven't dealt with it?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Well,
So you should talk to some of the locals if you want to know more. Maybe the paladins or the military will tell you something. I don't know.
yeah. You know how the military or police,
Hey.
paladin people can be. They don't like addressing the private things that they can't deal with to the public because then it causes public panic and blah 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 blah.
I truly worry about this country.
Yeah.
Solidus. Our
Yeah.
Lord Solidus. Our Lord Solidus is see his country this way. The heathens. I even hear tales of heretic cults popping up in the wilds.
There's been cults here? Alright.
There's always been cults here. The dang Silverlights, they're a problem. Always been a problem.
Say it again so I can write that down real quick.
The Silverlights. The cult of the Silver Light, basically. You can write that down.
Cult of the Silver Light. Gotcha.
Now, maybe somebody in your party might know where that is.
And this,
And yes,
Alright,
if you
well-
do actually know what it is, I will tell you what it is. So, I have too much
We'll find
information. I
out
can't
soon
just
enough.
feed you all
this,
individually.
ladies and gentlemen, is called
Yeah.
the hook.
Yes, the hook.
Yeah.
That's what those heathens, they call themselves the Black Suns. I have no idea what they're on about. They're not, I don't think they're a cult. They're definitely not bandits. Bandits at least steal your stuff, not just burn you to the ground. That's all I really know.
Alright, well, thank you. Look, if I see you around again, the name's
I'm
Tassel.
on the first boat out of this place.
I don't
Oh,
care.
well, that's good. That's good. From what I've been hearing,
I lost my money on this situation. I'm heading home.
Don't get attached to this NPC.
all right.
I don't even have a name. I'm just random guy you talk to give you plot, feed you plot.
Merchant number 1.
Wow, you seem very self-aware.
Okay, so do you want to head back to your friends at the tavern now?
Yeah, I'd give him a gold piece, just sort of feeling a little bad, but like
Really?
literally
Gold
just
piece,
a
look at
gold
you and then,
piece.
Don't patronize me, and slip it back to you.
Sure. Reverse psychology always works. I didn't want to give it to him. And I'll head off. I'll wave him goodbye.
He goes back to where he was. He was sitting on a bench when he found him, just lounging, really, just waiting for his boat to arrive.
Yeah,
Waiting
fair
with a
enough.
big exclamation point above his head.
Pretty much, yeah.
Quest pending.
Quest added. What the f is going on? What the hell?
Self-aware fuck. Stop talking to me. I don't understand him.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I'll head back to the thing that I saw them go into.
Yeah, the tavern.
They're probably all sitting together by now, right?
Yeah, Ruith
Yeah.
is like, well, I didn't learn a single goddamn thing, guys. Sorry.
I know enough about this.
There's something
place to
going on. I don't know
know.
what. Then you come, and our friend the rogue comes in, and now you're in a tavern. Talk to each other as I sit
Yeah.
back and wait.
Well, are you guys talking about anything, or are you just in silence as you watch me walk over?
Well, after Ruith's thing, it's like, well, I know enough about this place to know enough not to trust people. That's all I know.
Well, yeah, obviously. Like, come on, it's a small town. Like, you don't trust
Oh,
anyone.
this isn't small.
It's a big small town.
Medium down. Medium down.
Exactly.
He's got it right.
A small, medium, a large.
Oh, Tassel, you're back.
Hey, hello.
Did you find out anything?
So, I did find out that we're not getting to this capital anytime soon.
What?
Oh,
Nope.
why not?
Apparently, there's been bandits and cults been causing all sorts of havoc for the paladins for a couple months now.
And
For,
they haven't
for
done
a couple
anything?
of months, the paladins haven't been able to deal with a small band of bandits.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What was their name
Some
again?
little- something like lights.
Was this
gold.
Silver Lights of the
He
Black
told you.
Suns?
He actually told you two
Silver
different
Light.
names of two
Yeah,
different
we got
groups.
Silver Lights and
if you
Black Suns.
recall.
The Black Suns are the ones that are just kind of like ravenous almost.
All right, so
History
Yeah,
check?
I'm doing the I've sort of got them mixed, so I'm just like gold light, silver light, think it was.
So-
It's something about a cult silver light.
Okay,
and there
two
was
of
these
you-
bandits.
About
that
to
were
say,
Black
do any of us
Suns,
recognize
I think
that?
It was.
Two of you probably will. Well, I think either our friendly cleric might recognize it, and probably our friendly scholar might recognize it. Why don't you two
So
roll
glad
and
I picked
see?
Scholar.
I get to roll a die.
Oh shit.
would I
Off the
potentially
table.
know
No,
it?
come here.
No.
You
God
sure?
fucking damn it!
So
Would I
Hey, you
potentially
roll
know
for
it?
See if you know, because
Is this a history
it's
check?
really something. You make a history
what's
check.
the
History
it's
check?
history check.
Natural
Yeah, it's a history
20!
check.
Oh dang.
Fan, I rolled a
Alright.
6.
Congratulations,
With-
natural
that's
20
with
on a
modifiers.
history check.
Yeah, I have a +3, so it's 23.
Hold on, wait, guys, I got it.
Not only do you know
Silverlight
the
is a
cult,
sword.
you know their fathers and mothers' names.
Silverlight is a sword, guys. It's a magic weapon, I swear.
I
Sounds about
I got
right.
a 16 history check.
I got a natural 20
And
with a
on that
+3.
16, you can add a +2 of that because you're actually a member of the religion. It's highly concerned with the religion.
Okay, so 18. Nice.
Yes. Well, so we got a natural 20. Oh shit! I gotta wax philosophical at you guys for like an hour now.
Oh no.
Well, so it was the Dragonborn who rolled it. I don't know why she knows. I don't know
Maybe
why
she's
she
had
actually knows who
dealings
these
with
people
them
are.
in the
I
past
do
or
have a
something.
+3 in history. I am proficient in it, so I do know a little bit of shit.
She has
But-
not dealt with them in the past. They are. She knows they are a cult that is unique. That exists nowhere else in the world but the country of Solidus. And they are. The Church of Solace has been trying to exterminate them for years.
Would I know of them then? Because of like the personal background I have.
If you want to roll for it, does it matter right now? I mean,
Yeah,
basically,
I'm
I mean, it
related-
would.
As soon as
We
he's
got
It
nat
would
20.
because, even though it's nat 20, if she didn't technically know anything about it, she would have
Hey,
only heard
hey,
rumors and
Burnt.
clear rumors.
Same team.
I know, but I'm trying to think realistically about this.
Same
Okay, basically,
team.
I do have a plus
Alright,
3 to
then.
history. I do have some history knowledge, so
well, plus she might want to know more about the group that the Church of Solace does not like. So she managed to she read up on them.
Fair enough.
Like, hey, why does the Church of Solace hate this people so much? What you know of them from the history books, quote,
I can read.
history books, and what you've heard through old stories, and that they were a cult, a marauding cult that had swept down from the north and from the lands north of Solidus, purging and pillaging the land of the light of Solace. A demon. They say a demon had led them, and they say and Solace fought them back. The paladins, the military, they fought them back. They retook the lands, but before they could truly wipe them out, the land north of Soliportum. Its name I have not written down yet, but is now known only as the Dark Storm, was overtaken by them and corrupted and despoiled to the point that no one can enter there or exit. It's completely sealed off. And ever since then, the cult has never truly left the country. They're still all around, hiding in the countrysides, in the caves, still worshipping the dark gods.
I let them know this, and I say, it's just what I've learned from my studies.
As for the Dark Sons,
Before
you know
you
about
go on the Dark Suns,
the Black Suns, we know from the Black Suns, you know nothing. None of you have heard about them before.
Yeah. Okay.
okay, interesting.
This is your first time to hear about the Black Suns. But the
I've
Silver
never
Lights,
heard of them, considering I'm like a rogue. I wouldn't have.
nope,
heard
you have
rumors.
never heard of them. They are brand spanking new to you guys.
All right.
It's probably. God, my voice. It's probably a new cult. They don't. I'm more worried about the Silver Lights. If they've blocked off path for the Paladins, something big's going on.
They haven't blocked out the path. The Paladins have blocked off the borders.
Okay, gotcha.
No,
It's-
I'm
it's
saying
actually
if,
more
if,
due to the
if the Paladins are scared of that, then something's going on with the group, is what I'm saying. Sorry, my voice.
I gotcha.
It's okay.
Well, that doesn't sound good. This is the first I've heard of a cult of this prowess and power going against the teachings and the light of
it's a
Solace.
cult.
Really?
Also, you don't even know if it's called a cult, but you don't know if it's a cult or
A
not.
group, then. A band.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it's safer to travel in groups then. And Ruith just smiles.
I guess it would.
Are you looking to hire someone again?
No. he leans over and says, no.
I smile back.
Mutual
and say, Good.
safety.
You're learning.
He points back and forth, mutual safety. And then you see the tip of his finger light up silver with a silver light.
Kill him.
I cast light
Oh, okay.
on my finger.
You said the magic words, silver light. I panicked. Like, personally, I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Every single paladin in earshot is slowly turns to look at you. No, not really.
Choose your words.
Yes, no, I cast... I cast light on my finger and I make the light silver for emphasis.
Neat trick.
Thank you. I can also...
Okay.
Wait, is anyone wearing a hat?
I
am.
have a chainmail shit, so probably.
Okay. I cast Mage Hand and flip, I flip Tassel's hat off.
When you say you flip his hat off,
No.
do you mean?
Like I. Alright, yep. Have you ever seen someone wear a
No, I
baseball cap
gotcha.
and someone just goes and like slaps it
Yeah, I
off top?
gotcha.
Yeah. By the bill?
No.
Yeah, like that. Just.
No.
What do we see,
I
Cassie?
grab it and sort of try and put it back.
What do we see?
Well, you see my normal hair.
Roll perception.
Roll perception? Uh-oh. Is this,
Aw,
is this a
crap.
thing?
All right.
Uh-oh.
Passive perception.
How do you...
Yeah, guys.
I got a
Ed,
5.
well-
I got a 19 minus
Roll.
1.
What do you mean by passive perception?
So your passive perception, you don't have to roll. You just gotta tell us what that is.
I don't know what that is. So how do
Yeah.
I calculate that?
It's your wisdom plus
Plus
something.
8, plus 10?
You don't roll for wait. All you people who roll for passive perception
Yeah, it's,
don't roll for
it's
passive
passive.
perception.
You're not
Oh.
actively looking. It's something that you may just notice by existing around it. That's why it's
Oh, I don't
passive.
have that.
Yeah.
So how do you calculate that? Is it proficiency bonus plus wisdom plus like 8 or something like that?
I think it's just your base wisdom plus. Well, no, yeah, something like that. Actually, no.
I
yeah,
thought it was
you're right.
your. I thought it was 10 plus your wisdom mod plus if you have perception proficiency. I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh,
Is that right?
shit.
Oh, then I've been getting 13.
I got a 9 right now then.
I mean, if you want to look, that's when you'd roll.
Yeah, I was
But-
trying to look to
Yeah,
see if
that's
I
right.
noticed anything.
I've
well,
looked each time.
T5
by
the
accident.
13.
Passive
Crash, what
perception.
you
is
got?
10
It
plus
looks
your
like I'm
wisdom
actively trying to
modifier,
grab
as well
it
as
before it
any
hits the ground.
bonuses
So
you
you
would
can
have
you
to
can try and
perception.
look if you
So,
want.
yeah.
If you like that.
Okay, cool.
Okay, tell me guys what you have. Crash, you go first. What's your passive
My
perception?
passive perception, I now have to calculate because I didn't have that written down.
Well, that means I gotta roll to make sure that you guys don't notice.
Yeah, high
Yay.
five.
Yay.
I suck at this game.
Okay,
I
T-Pot,
saw-
what's yours?
What would that
13.
be? What would I be rolling?
You don't
You,
roll.
yeah, passive perception is you don't roll anything. It's
Oh no, I'm trying to stop them from.
Well,
I
you
guess.
grabbed your hat and you put it off and you put it right back on again, right?
Yeah,
You
I
didn't roll for
quickly
that. You
grabbed
just did it. It was an action.
Dex.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah, fair. Just catch your hat. And
Yep,
put it
I
back
got a
on.
9.
Okay.
Okay, so Teapot, what you got?
Do you want me to just note it to him if he made it or not? Did he make it?
I have made it.
All right. Well, you made it. Well, I'll message you and tell you what you saw.
I already told them that I already told them they saw something. Told them I didn't tell them exactly what, but they saw something in his hat.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, there's something in my hat. Enjoy that.
Ruth just kind of grins cheekily. Huh. Okay.
Well, we've been
Stay up
recording
in
so far for an hour 45 minutes. You want to take a quick break?
Just like potty break.
Yeah, sure, real quick.
Yeah, anybody
Okay.
make a
Sure.
quick potty break.
I guess just leave,
Okay.
leave
Potty
all your
break.
recordings running, and we'll just come back.
Or you can just pause it
Yep.
from
Yeah.
the pause thing.
No, because then we have to
No,
we
then we have to
resync.
resync.
Just leave it running.
Yeah, we have to resync.
Even on the just the pause thing with
Yep.
the
we would
with the
have to
audacity.
we would have to resync everything.
All right,
leave
yep, just leave it
everything
running then. Just leave it running.
Just
Yeah.
don't
Okay,
take
quick
too
potty
long.
break. I
Take
need to
like
drink
5
water.
minutes.
Yep, 5 minutes. All right.
Yeah, 5-minute break, everyone.
Yeah.